And so those are the things that I want to make sure that we get done. And Dr. Alexander,
I'm ready.
one of the few people that I believe can have that opportunity to give us a chance to give him some recognition and reward for what he's done. So without further ado, Dr. Alexander, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. Again, thank you for spending some time, and thanks for forgiving me for my tardiness. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the heart of Black Wall Street. I moved my company to Tulsa, Oklahoma about 5.5, almost 6 years ago now. Um, my company was nestled in the heart of China. We're one of the four pillars of Shenzhen as a birthplace of innovation in the China ecosystem. I was the founder of CCOM, which was China's largest ODM manufacturer of electronics. That's anything that you plug in a wall. So some of the things that Kevin was saying, he's absolutely right. I'm probably the only Black OEM to ever exhibit as the OEM manufacturer at Consumer Electronic Trade Show, because every other company is a mega company that is owned by a foreign national or one of the old Fortune 500 brands of families. And we exist there as a dominant player in that entire ecosystem of manufacturing. I have no true peer in the United States. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't change the stagger much. It literally just separates what some of us consider ourselves as. I know that there's a brand of entrepreneurialism that's been touted, and I don't choose to qualify as an entrepreneur. I choose to qualify as an industrialist. It's just a different rung on the ladder, guys. In any case, today, Noida Bani is one of America's manufacturers. Since 2016, the government made a deal with me to move my factories back to America. That was one of the first things that I did under Trump's administration. And since then, we've moved two of our major factories here. And right now, I'm sitting at a 170,000 square foot manufacturing facility that's building everything from SIP modular panels for Chick-fil-A to the pharmacies that go inside of Walmart to affordable housing and the appliances that go inside of those houses. Guys, I've had a great run at a lot of these things, but I started in software. If you've ever shared the screen of your phone to a TV or used Miracast technology, know that that is my invention. That's the way I was actually introduced into the whole world. And that's how I ended up in China, to be quite honest with you. Miracast was born in 2008 in California. I was a client. LADWP was my client, and during the project that we built the smart grid system for LADWP, Miracast was born, and my life was changed forever. But that's not what you guys are on this call for. Kevin contacted me. Kevin and I, we've been friends for a while. We've done several different events together, and I love where he is in the Southern California market. Our company is currently working with your largest utility company, SoCalGas, and the backbone of what we're trying to do for SoCalGas is going to be powered by a part of the system that I'm going to share with you guys here in a moment. 7 years ago, I started an open source project. This was only my second open source project that I've ever participated in. The first one was called Android. I was number 12 as the developer of Android before Google purchased it. And you guys know where Google is today. You also know where Miracast is today. So this kind of gives you a little preface of where we think Silo is about to go. We're on version 5.0. If you go to silocloud.com right now, you're going to see a 4.2 version. I'm going to share with you guys something that we've been working on behind the scenes. So if I can share my screen.
Okay, I've given you, do you have screen sharing?
I have it.
Do you have it, sir? You have screen sharing? Okay, there you go.
Okay, before I get started, anyone wants to ask me anything? Because this is going to go fast and dirty. Any questions so far?
Shane, do you have any questions? Because it's been a while since you have a, I think you're the only person on the call that has a Silo Cloud account.
No questions. I'm excited to see 5.0.
Shane, man, what's going on? Big
Hey,
guy?
glad
I
I was
didn't know
under
you
here,
were on
man.
this call. Okay. All right. All right, here we go, guys. So Silo was built as a cloud-based operating system. And that means right now I'm sharing my screen, but I'm showing you guys this in browser mode or in OS mode, right? Bottom right-hand corner always brings us back to our home screen that allows us to search anything. So when we search, we're not searching inside of Google's world. We're searching the real internet, right? And that's what we were trying to do different. We were literally trying to change the way that we access the internet, because right now when you access the internet, you're only accessing it through one of three windows: iOS, Windows, or Google. And Silo now gives you your independent viewport. When you switch this from web to cloud, these are the things that you have created inside of your personal silo that people can see. So these are my store items and things of that nature. So we've readdressed search in a very different way. The bottom menu can actually be customized. You can add or subtract different things to your bottom footer, kind of like you can in Windows. And Silo, like Google and Apple, has an assortment of apps that I think are going to be useful. I didn't do a million apps. I only did the 34 that you actually use. So all of this is built in your own dedicated server. When you own your Silo Cloud, you own everything about your Silo Cloud. Your storage. If you wanted to launch a large project, you could launch that project out of your Silo server, because this is your dedicated server. This top right-hand corner is your bell notification. So you can see all of the things that's happening inside of your network. And this will pull things from see how it says my meetings, my wallet transactions, TV channels that's created, anything that's happening inside of my world that's meaningful, I'm going to get there. Just to do some. So if we want to change backgrounds, you can do all of that stuff too. So let's get into some meat. Silo Connect. Silo Connect is your video conference solution. I'm going to turn my video off on this thing so that we can start Silo video. Pretty simple. Difference with Silo video, there's a host of different features from polls, moderations, selling products that's already built into your store. So you're literally doing a live QVC and your video products are shown. I mean, it's pretty cool. So Silo Connect, again, is like a Zoom meeting, but with a lot more features. And yeah, you don't have to worry about the meeting running out of time. This help menu is always here, so you can just ask Silo and it'll help you get around.
Use your Silo apps.
It'll help you get around. Silo has a built-in AI, and I'll go over those functions here in a second. Silo Storage is your dedicated storage. So being able to store large files, any format, so APKs to things that you want to be able to share, but sometimes you have limitations on file sizes and what have you. Silo gives you that immediate ability to go ahead and do that. We're going to move forward because I'm going to get to some things that you guys are really looking for. I heard a lot of people in the media and streaming world. Email is not email in Silo, it's actually Vmail. So when I compose a message, I'm going to send a message to myself real quick. And email. And yes. And check it. And let's do that. Hey, Leo, I need you to fix this. This is the part that I'm talking about. See, when I'm doing a Vmail, I can actually show the details without having to spend a lot of times texting. And I can just literally add that Vmail to the message and send it. It's already gone. That's going to be quite helpful. And all of your video mails are stored in video file formats. Your responses are stored that way too. It's really, really helpful if you're doing a lot of teams or you're trying to throw some thoughts out there to your editors or what have you. It's kind of hard to do that on anything else. Gmail doesn't currently have video mail.
Can I ask a quick question, Dr. Alexander, or
Yeah.
just something that I noticed when you sent that Vmail out? It sent rather quickly.
Quickly, yeah.
Am I to assume that the other person can receive that and reply with a Vmail
that quickly
in real time? See, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
was hoping that it wasn't going to be a quiet presentation because
Well, yeah, and Dr. Alexander, forgive me. I'm going to ask everybody, please ask any question. No questions dumb, because this is stuff that you may not have ever heard of or even imagined. So please, if you don't understand, this is the only time that you're going to get a chance to help us understand what you don't understand.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah,
If something excites you, jump out there and speak about that too. It'll just engage the conversation.
yeah, it's truly a conversation. Well, you guys get it. I think you got it by now.
Well, I absolutely have a few questions. I guess my first question is, you know, who all is using, for one, I think that this is a really great interface and platform. Many applauds. Being a student, I know that having something like this could be, a lot easier. And it also seems kind of like a consolidation. I don't know if you're familiar with Canvas, but it's what the
Oh,
majority.
baby, I love you for that. Thank you. Hey, Ms. Hall, watch what you just directed the rest of my presentation. Check this out. And you're right. That's what the whole idea was. Listen, small businesses, students, entrepreneurs alike, everyone that's got an idea that thought about being a social influencer, found themselves paying for 13 subscriptions just to go ahead and make it meaningful. Seriously, and it's crazy. People on Facebook realized that they weren't seeing more than 5,000 people. I don't care if you had 20,000 followers. People on Instagram that had million followers were only able to touch 3,000 of those followers without having to pay subscribers. You with me? So we needed to go ahead and fix all of those hacks. And me and my team, we were around when this whole social movement started. I told you we created Android. So if it was, I guess we're the anti-party of change so that we can make this playing field a little bit more balanced. Like picture this, and I'm going to get to when you said Canvas. Yep, we got it there. But let me show you a couple of things before that. QR code generator, something as simple as a QR code. A person shouldn't have to pay $29 a month for that subscription, right? So if you wanted someone to go to your website, you see how dynamic that is? It's changing in real time. That's scan that, and you got my address. put that map on. Latouche is going to give you driving directions. This right here, if I put my internet Wi-Fi password in this thing, all you gotta do is scan this and you're on the Wi-Fi in my office. App stores, PDFs, anything that you want to make a PDF, you can do right here. And then go to your collection because Silo's already cataloged all of these things. Your My QR codes. If you're selling products, it's already aligned your products with things that people are going to want to see. You scan that, you're going to just purchase our PPE for $150. That's ridiculous. Or you can add a product, and because it's your dedicated server and you're hosting your own e-commerce, and your products are already loaded inside of your ERP system. When I want to add my product here, all I have to do is type what that product is, and Silo is going to find it because it's already in my server. And now I just made another product to add to my collection. Just that easy, right? And I can simply send these things off by, I'll just view this. I can send these off by clicking, sharing. We have a print roll for labels. If you were putting this on stickers and you have to do your store, it's so crazy. And of course, you can actually use your camera on your computer to scan QR codes too, for your POS. I mean, we went there with that. This TV, these two things I want to show you last, so I'm going to jump around real quick. You want to build a website, and I know that there's a lot of AI website builders, but you still need the ability to customize things for yourself. And I kind of like the idea of giving people the tools and then showing them how to use it. Like here, every website needs a header, an intro, features. Let me do this really quick. If I'm boring anybody, let me know. I can get funny too. I'm just joking. I can't really get funny.
But you can, sir.
I say you do well.
My boys know me, so I literally took my let my hair down with you guys. Here we go, and that's literal. So I just built that website just that fast, right? But I didn't just drag templates into this thing. So this is the source code. So you're not going to get that in Wix. So if you wanted to change any of these things, you could literally do that. You can change it from the source code, or you can change it from here. So we can show you. Hang on, we're going to cut edge tools from the WS by Wall Street. All right, simple there. Let's change some details. All right, bam. I'm going to change that into blue, and we're going to change the pixel to 50 px. And there's a reason why I'm showing you guys this. And we're going to change that icon to let's see, change that icon to that. So apply. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is literally a template node. But if I really want to see this in code, I'll go back to details. And you can see where if I've never done code before, I know the pixel styles that I just changed, the color, the pixel. So you actually start learning how we format all of these things, not just, there we go, RGB 255. You can change if you change it in here, it's going to actually affect it there. Kind of like Visual Basic, the way that we first learned code, right? But enough of that. Custom CSS is here. your paginations, you want to add pages, it's over here. So it's really simple. It's really simple. You want to launch the website, just name it. I'm going to name it C Hall. And I don't have to put secret keys and things of that nature. No FileZilla, no FTP upload to my server. I'm just going to host this on my Silo Cloud server. It's already launched. This is already in the world.
And then how can we connect that site to a custom domain?
Yeah, so here you go, my websites. Right. Sorry, I should have had that logged in. This is your back panel. So I'm just gonna go right to my site builder. And we name that site C Hall, right? There it is. And I can edit it, I can forward it, I can do my A name, C name registration, or I can delete it because I don't want it to take up any space in my server. How about that?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can my Outlook email be uploaded into this?
Oh yeah, I can do some pop email manipulation. Even crazier than that though. I'll go a little bit further. So that's just your site builder, right? Calendars can be integrated. So right now I had this meeting, I had a couple other meetings, subscriptions that need to be paid for. If I'm doing a video call, if I'm doing a phone call, if I have to be an in-person meeting, I can save the event. Silo's going to notify me on SMS on my phone, in my browser, and by email. And I can just determine where I want it to bug me, right? So let's get out of the calendar real quick. Got a lot to cover, so I'm just trying to run through these things. People wanted me to go ahead and do a Instagram timeline inside of Silo, so I gave it to them. Equipped with Explorer and how to create your storage from your computer. I can crop it. Yep. 4, 5. Next. And still do all the same thing that you can do on Instagram on the filters, right? Add
I
the
was
cat.
wondering, is there, I'm sorry, brother.
No, that's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, so is there a tool that I would use, like if I were using this as like a browser, that it could help me reach all of my followers rather than
Yes,
just
I'm
the
going
few?
there. Yes, yes.
Yeah, literally, because I ended up building 70,000 followers on my Facebook, bro. And during the pandemic, I don't know what happened,
Hey,
but
bro.
my entire organic reach was destroyed. And I was like, if I could get those folks back, I could actually use it for what it's supposed to be used for, which is getting these positive messages out in
And
mass. You see what I'm saying? And so
I,
that's really encouraging. I was like, when can I get this? Because I've got over 140,000 people on all my platforms that I could
yeah,
reach like
this is the
right
way
away.
Theo, this is the way you want to see your followers. You want to see
Right,
them like, oh, I got 24 in Long Beach. I got 9 right. You with me? And these are
right,
real
right.
people. Look, I know Kevin is in here somewhere. Let me see. He's not in Venice. Oh, you know who that is? Wesley Snipes. That's interesting. There you go. No, man, that's what Silo does. I mean, my followers, I'm able to track my followers where they're located. If they turn their GPS on, I get to see them in dynamic real time. So I know my hotspot. So when I land, I touch down, I'm like, boom. If I want to do a go to meeting or meet somebody at a spot, I at least now I got 13 people somewhere close, or 9 people somewhere close here in Frisco. It's pretty cool. Let me keep on
Wow.
going though.
But
Uh,
do they all have to be co-users of this platform in order for you to
you
see them, or
you
does this
want
platform?
them to be, and I'm gonna show you why, because it's your ecosystem.
Okay,
You don't want to always depend on other people's platforms to communicate with your followers.
And
You know?
just to add to that point, part of what we're ideating around is a pipeline into
Yep.
the new tech where we put presence on the existing platforms and certain, portions of our content on those platforms, but have calls to actions and different
There you
components
go. I
built in that
mean,
are attracting them to the new tech that's better.
there you go. The other platform should just be your commercials to bring them to your silo, bro.
Exactly.
You know, so these are the people that's been in our beta program. So I'm just gonna cheat this over here. So I mean, your direct messages is right here. And I mean, it's pretty direct, bro. Upload media, do your drafts for your stories. Um, People that you're following, you see what they're doing. It's. I needed to give somebody something. I needed to give the user some things that they're used to, but then blow it out of the water with some things that they actually need. So let me show you some other things. This is your marketplace. So in your marketplace, if you become an influencer, you really go to the next level with this. So let me see. I haven't done this yet. I'm gonna just do this. Let me examine.
I also feel like this is a really good product for, someone like apprentices to also build their own, equity in social.
Yes, ma'am. That's what this is all about. That's what this part is. So if you have a product and you want other people to influence your product, this is them signing up to become an influencer for your product where you do a deal with them for the viewership that they draw to you on one thing. Becoming a seller, that's a whole other deal. That's you controlling your store. And now I'll go to the marketplace. Inside the marketplace, it's literally everything. Everything and anything is it's just like um a just like a Amazon, to be honest with you. Except for the fact that, because it's in a Web3 world, if I wanted to see a 3D image of the products that I'm buying, it's I float around it. Let me see. Let me see. This looks like I haven't done a demonstration in a minute. I don't recall which one of these things. So we have an option to where you can actually see still pictures, or you actually have the 3D image of the product that you're purchasing. And because I'm trying to do this too quick, this is not loading. So I'm not going to waste our time on that part. Let me jump around to the rest of the store, the rest of the platform. Marketplace is marketplace. It's pretty cool, but there's more. 3D viewer. So let's say you're doing some work and the guy says, I need you to take a look at this before we send it to print or send it to the 3D printer. Let's see, this might be a pretty big file. I don't know how long this is going to take.
Hey, good folks, before you go any further, this is about all the time I had allotted for this meeting. I don't
Oh
want to be
man,
rude, but I gotta vacate the premises.
bro!
But
Before you do that, let me show you Stream Deck because I think you need to see this part. 1 second. So Stream Deck was developed for, and I'm jumping around this thing. Stream Deck was developed so that you could literally stitch together all your streams and put it in a sequence chart of where you want things to show up. So after you build your channel, after you load your media library, which this is, you simply upload all of your videos and contents to your media library right here. And then you can go to your program and simply drag all the things that you've uploaded into your media library, because you guys have already done some pre-recording, right? Once you've done that, you can shuffle the deck, or you can determine which one of these things are commercials. Put the number here, 804-660. And that just gave it a SCUDdy tag indicator to let you know that that's a commercial. This is now infomercial, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix that, infomercial. And that's a blue indicator, so I can drag and drop this however I need it. This is my preview playout. I can save that to server. And my broadcasts, my saved programs are right here. My RTMP streams are here. Audio settings, camera settings, social sharing, RTMP ID. When you play stream, it'll play whatever you've sequenced. So for content creators, this literally saves your entire week. On Sunday, you can program Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 12 hours of programming per day, and then run it.
That's amazing.
Right?
Wow. Yes.
So,
Oh man.
And Lyle, Leo, Theo's got to go only because he was really dragged into the last 12th hour.
no problem. I get it.
thing.
No, man, Theo, good with me.
But Theo, do you have any questions, suggestions, or comments before you leave?
I just got the utmost respect for an industrialist brother, man. That's just something that I find fascinating.
Oh my God, I appreciate you, T.
Okay.
I'm gifted on the right side of the brain, but for those who have that real solid left-brained intelligence, the technical know-how, the skills, the math, all of that stuff is just utterly fascinating to me, and I'm humbled to be anywhere near your orbit and coalition, brother. This is amazing. I mean, dead serious. You've done some incredible stuff, and more folks need to be singing your praises, bro. And I'm saying that as like, wow, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
And Lyle, this is only the first chapter. Again, Theo is being brought to us through Carmen, Ms. Hall, and we're preparing a stage, a platform. He's done TED Talks, but he's going to be part of what we're going to do for National Apprenticeship Week, and it's an event that could be a hybrid, physical and online event. So we want to pitch you on being able to take Brother Theo and some of the other folks that we have to talk about the imagination, the possibility of what most people just would be. I mean, again, we just want to prepare people for things that they just have never, ever imagined. So National Apprenticeship Week, November 21st, it's a Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific. So we're going to figure out some kind of way to get you out here or to prepare you for what we're doing there. And Theo's going to be part of it. So Theo, thank you, man, for hanging in there. And
all right, good brothers and sisters. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thank you so much,
Theo.
good folks.
Okay, now.
You guys.
Okay.
Yep. Bye-bye.
So this is CES last year, right, Lyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just looped this video real quick so that it's playing something when I'm not. But just like this is a channel that's just playing another loop, so should this be. You can be one of those channels, and in your stream deck, you can decide whether or not you want it to be aired on Silo or aired on your own domain. So it's pretty powerful. Stream Deck is pretty powerful, man.
Okay. Lau, one of the things that we've been entertaining is some of the people who have been advertising agencies who worked in the linear world or just now getting to OTT and to see see if they're interested in looking at meeting some of our customers, our consumers, our classrooms. And we have one in particular that has over 20 brands, and they've been in business for almost 40 years. What could we do to introduce Stream Deck to them as a value proposition for them to take to their clients for for not only for to add placement and buy, but just to extend their ability to give their clients more
Well,
real
and
estate.
that's pretty easy because every person, every company that wants to be successful will probably have a dedicated stream or some type of persona on the internet. The same tools that supporting Stream Deck that we're making generally available to the public is the tools that are built for Pluto. And you know where that is. That's a $6 million company now. So right now you actually have the same tools that enterprise companies have, and you can take it global as they did. You know what I mean? And that was the whole idea. I literally wanted to balance the playing field and bring it to a point to where, if a person wants to launch a podcast, bam. Okay, we gave them the platform to go ahead and launch their podcast, curate their episodes, the whole deal, man. I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
So Lyle, this is a crazy question, but I got to ask it. Is there anything that we can do as people who are kind of on the ground? We are kind of more community transactionists right now with this project we have with the California Jobs First, which is the state of California. We're in LA County, but we're connected to an opportunity to promote something that's a solution to a problem that I believe that state of California needs to get better at with all their initiatives and all the things that they're trying to pull together. Is there any way we can help you roll this out in a way where it can be beneficial to both Dakar and to you? Can you think of anything?
uh, yeah, I mean, Silo's always needed a ground team to support the launch. And there's tremendous amount of equity on the table for individuals that want to take a tremendous C-suite role or a B-level role in the company as we continue. The next 6 weeks are going to be meaningful to me because I've been a part of Amazon's board for the last 2 years, and now I'm able to walk away from Amazon and really get behind this the way I'm supposed to without having to worry about a conflict of interest. And let Silo Cloud, rub shoulders with Google and Azure and Amazon and may the best platform win. But in that winning, we will want to grow a substantial resource base that will actually pump and steer this company.
Well, I have a question. I don't mean to interrupt, but do you ever think about developing your own computer? Well, you already did Android and phone for this.
Yeah. So we have the phone, tablet, TV. We have the desktop PC. We have everything. It's fully equipped. It's like Apple before Apple, kind of. We needed to build it all, and every chance that we get to hear tweaks from you guys, we go back, we tweak it up a little bit, and then we're like, okay, let's go ahead and put this into the world because I think people are going to like it.
And I've seen multiple phases of that unfold. This is getting great. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I even got your designer in here, man. I got your designer in here now. Because everybody's like, hey,
Wow.
Alexander, I want to be able to do my flyers and my. I'm like, okay, no problem. We'll do that. I mean, yeah, no, it's we're ready at every level. This is our canvas. I mean, solid canvas is pretty strong. every tool is strong, especially our AI tools. I really like our AI tools because I don't care if you're writing code. It's like, okay, in JavaScript, I need you to build a welcome page. I'm sorry, page login with customer database that supports PHP, login, password, interface, gender recognition, and create a CSS style sheet for background change on main page. All right, so this is the way I would talk to my coder. That's the way I would talk to one of my employees in India or whatever, right?
Right.
So because only a coder is going to interpret this and understand exactly what you're talking about. So watch Silo generate that. All right, so here's my JavaScript handling the submission of a new user, viewpoint, login, username, the password, the loopback. This is my style sheet for me to change backgrounds and things of that nature. Yep. This is the container, the padding. I can change that padding. So you copy, put this into your HTML editor, and your website is done. It just did all of the code work for you. Not just the smart writing and title blogs and all this other stuff. Solo does all of that stuff, but I mean, everything that you want to have done in one interface is what I was going after, including your wallet.
Mhm.
Because Silo is built on its own blockchain, so we made sure that we interface tokenization with the utilization of the platform.
Now, one thing I wanted to ask too, was there a built out LMS inside of here?
We used to have a learning management system here, but that's really on the 4.2 version. This is like ready to ship to the public, right? So we didn't. If you want ERP or CRM or LMS, that's an enterprise solution. You can get that off to the side on your own. It just adds up. But this is really for individuals that just needed to have all of the tools in front of them real quick. If you want
Sure.
the other tools, they're here. Social, streaming, financial tools. Wait a minute. AI tools. All a minute. Nope, we took ERP off of this. Yep.
I mean, I know you have it because I remember it. I was just kind of like in the context of what you were showing, asking about it, and that does make sense. That's more B2B, than B2C. So yeah.
See, we had all the big boys over here, ERP, CRM, but now I kind of like the streamlined version of Silo. It even looks like something that Google would have did. You know what I mean?
It does. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Dr. Alexander, one question that is burning for me is that I'm going to have Carmen send you a pitch deck about what we're assembling as a stakeholder team of folks who will co-locate inside of a space. We finally have a space that I believe will allow us to showcase as well as to kind of be a laboratory for anything that we can apply to real applications for the clients that I know that are just kind of not sure that they even need anything like this, but they do need it. And so the one space that we got about 1,000 square feet inside of Kevin Hart's facility that we're looking to kind of build out a little lablet and to really be able to offer you up an opportunity to look at this as a space that will really give us a chance to help uh, really break down all of the aspects of what it is you're doing, and more importantly, the historical parts of what you've done, so that people can, maybe get the story behind you. This is where I think, we really need to think about something that we haven't quite, we never had before. I've got a lot of thoughts going, but any interest in maybe finding some place to kind of set up a little lablet in LA?
Yeah, I would love that, man. I would love that. California is really my third home,
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I don't know if we, can really absorb anything more before, my brain crashes. Carmen,
hey,
any?
so what do you think? I mean, hey, look, you're a news person. You're a news person.
Mhm.
Our Silo AI goes out, fetches all of the most pertinent news that you would want to read based on the things that you've always read. Right? So it's like you don't have to do a lot of the searching around. Understand, Google, Azure, or none of these other platforms know anything that I've just done in front of you guys. They didn't see any clicks because I'm on my own dedicated network loop. So I'm in a purely secured portal, managing my entire world without having anyone see behind the curtain. And that's power. You put that in the hands of our people, it's crazy. And now they're managing their finances too. The last part that, I mean, there's so many other things that I didn't show so far, like ERP and Suite, they're there. Um, they're just big programs. But for companies that want to tokenize themselves, Silo's also built a way to go ahead and build your tokenization of your absolute company and allow people to subscribe to those companies. Crazy. So you're not selling any shares of your company. You're literally selling a fractionalized interest in the revenue model of that company. And it's all upfront, all prescribed. You get to see the company's information, video information, financial reports of each company, build your portfolio, deposit, withdrawal, transfer, everything within the blockchain of Silo.
Can you still network in your other stock data, like your cap table and any of your other financial information to, like I said, be networked into these summaries and dashboards?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and that's why we created the bank and the merchant.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I mean,
So I have a question. When do you want to I know it's already launched but
no, it's not launched yet. It's not launched yet.
okay.
We're just in beta mode right now. We only have we have 6,000 paid users. I didn't want those paid users yet. We have about 212,000 beta testers across the planet. We have 512 nodes across the planet. The early Silo guys, like Kevin and them, they know what we had to do to launch everything before. I literally had to set nodes up across the planet, synchronize those nodes, make sure that all the servers had the exact same clock. And then we launched the blockchain, and then we built all silos on top of that blockchain. So it's been an effort.
Wow, congratulations. Do you know when you want to actually launch and market? I guess.
Soon as you tell me, it's good enough.
Okay.
Wow.
As soon as you tell
Well,
me it's good enough. This is the blockchain back
yeah.
here. And if you wanted open world and you wanted to see 3D environments where people walk around, this is the way people can play games against each other. All this stuff is in Silo. It's a full virtual computer. Don't think of it as an application. It's an OS that's wherever you want to be. I don't travel with my laptop anymore at all. I can just log into someone's computer onto my Silo cloud, and all of my information is there.
Dr. Alexander, any plans for CES this year? I mean, obviously, it will probably be a great time to celebrate, but anything that you're thinking of in particular?
We're so this year I'm doing SEMA because we started manufacturing for Shelby, the performance car company. So I'm really pouring all of my eggs into that basket right this minute. I got
Nice.
my home building is happening right now, and we got SEMA show coming up in the next 2.5 weeks. That's going to be a pretty big spin. So CES is going to be a surprise. You know what I mean? I don't. This is the first year that I'm like, I might not even do CES this year. This will be the first year in 15 years that I don't do it if I don't do it. But here it is, Kev. If I don't do it, I'm going to be doing something like Apple does. Like, I don't need a CES anymore. I can host a Notivati or a Silo Cloud show and invite everybody to my campus. You know what I mean? And I may
I
do
love
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Serious, man. I mean, because I spent $250,000 at CES every year. $225,000 for 7 days of people walking on carpet that costs way too much.
Absolutely.
I'm serious. I'm serious. So at this point,
right. So, and one of the reasons why I asked is that we were fortunate enough to get a donation of some equipment from some cinematography companies from Sony. We got a Venice cinematography camera, and we have from Red a 8K camera. And we would love to be able to shoot, but more importantly, stream an 8K anywhere. I know there's very few people could even receive an 8K stream, but
yeah, we can.
Yeah, but those are the things that we have, and we're trying to get prepared for how we can point these cameras and stream something that's not only newsworthy, but just so cool that camera manufacturers would say like, "Wow, okay, let's continue to follow these guys."
All right, so let's offline figure out what the scenario is. I still have a space at Central and South Hall, because this year I was going to be the biggest thing in South Hall. So depending on what our plans are, we'll make the call before Black Friday, and then we'll be building the booth to go ahead and go into the show. But
okay, yeah, we're really attacking this thing as if we have nothing to lose. We're playing with house money right now. And so, the majority of everything that comes to mind right now is there's no limitations to what we can do. We just need to figure out, how to enjoy ourselves now. I mean, really, this is the first time in my life I can sit back and say that it's time. This is time.
No, I agree. And hopefully the individuals that you have on a call, I heard some of the stories when you guys were first coming on. I'd love to be able to get some more insight on those individuals, because I literally built silos so that someone can actually run it.
Well, let me tell you that there's several individuals that you didn't get a chance to hear Jamie, can you introduce just another 60 seconds about, who would wear why and how? Incredible talent here.
Hey, so I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've got an ad agency. I'm a professor at Long Beach City College, real estate broker, mortgage broker, but I'm working for myself now. And a lot of my clients do marketing from the center. And so that's what I'm kind of looking at this, meaning
You got it.
10 million emails going out this month on behalf of 30,000 individual people. And we're building custom technology on AWS and SQL servers, and it's breaking and falling apart. So
it's going to break and fall apart.
It's falling apart.
Yeah, I know.
They're about to move to a whole Salesforce ecosystem, right? And I'm trying to help them transition, and maybe they shouldn't. Data cloud, all these other pieces. So I look at it from an enterprise point of view. Same with lawyers. There's one agency doing all the marketing on behalf of all of the 80,000 attorneys in LA.
Yes. So,
I'm that person they call when they can't figure things out. And I remember meeting you back in 2020 when things are still kind of in progress. Now this is exciting. So that's a little bit of my background.
Thank you.
And Ms. Carmen, can you introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, it's good to introduce myself. My name is Carmen Hall. I'm a business economics student with a minor in pre-law. I want to get my JD MBA. I also am a serial entrepreneur. I want to start a professional space in rural and underserved areas, a country club, an international country club co-work space dedicated to improving the standard of business transactions by offering better assets for the changing world, and a complementary product to Disney through a sustainable science-based amusement park with an interactive overlay. Thank you for having me.
Being very demure. And Sergio, again, I think you got Sergio just at the end here.
Yeah, I got Sergio.
Yeah, and Theo, Sergio. I wish Theo had been on, but Carmen brought Theo, and this young man has an ongoing series on the History Channel and on A&E. But a person who I believe, as an actor and a performing theater, well, not just as an actor and a performing artist, but he is the one person that's been missing for me, is to be able to have the ability to bring a lot of the historical figures that I want to focus on. He can bring those people back to life. He's in Colorado also. So there's a couple of people who couldn't make the call, but yeah, we do now have I believe, a talented tenth of people that I've never had before. And I'm so blessed and fortunate to have them available. And again, I'm trying to build as much concrete underneath their feet so that, again, they are not disappointed with any more lag time. So when I say it's time to go, it's time for us to put everything that we've ever met and everything we've ever touched to the test. So I'll again, when I have Carmen send the deck to you, it'll give you at least some start on where we're going. And we've had conversations with the DoD 2 weeks ago, with a large advertising agency. So we're talking to the people who I think will give us a yes or no very quickly on whether or not they want to join us in the next 6 weeks, as you say. So I'm really thrilled to put something, to pitch something that I think is actionable right now. So anybody else have any questions, suggestions, or comments before we let Dr. Alexander go and let everybody go?
This was great, guys. Thank you.
Dr. Alexander, I really appreciate your time today. This was this was phenomenal. And like I said, I'd love to be able to, obviously all of us will, but be able to speak at some point in the very near future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that, guys.
Absolutely.
I left my email in the chat. So you guys don't be strangers. Don't go to silocloud.com, go to silocloud.io if you want to see the 5.0 version. Let's weigh in. We're really looking to bring on some C-suite individuals, and perhaps you guys will be the ground team that we need. We need to launch this like Trump's launching his campaign. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I did that wrong. I know some of y'all probably still pulling for your ex-AG. I know. It's politics. We don't have to deal with that.
We got to win no matter where it swings.
We got to win any which way it falls.
Come on now.
That's what I'm talking
Come on
about.
now.
Any which way it falls.
Okay. So guys, again, I'm going to give everybody their time back, and again, look for a deck from Carmen. Maybe Carmen, anything else you can think of introducing to Dr. Alexander?
Yes. So I'm sure that you might already know, but Shane, I feel like has a complementary product that can be integrated. A, B, sending a deck. C, I need your email because I don't see it in the chat, but I could also get it from Kevin. And I would also love to help. Also, we're working with someone right now, or someone in our network named Walter. He has this unique QR dumb where it's very similar, just not as thought out as this. And the QR dumb is a physical dumb. You scan it, and then there's a whole entire like chat box in it. So I'm wondering, you know, how that physical product could, you know, also be a complementary product. But I would be happy to help in any way that I can. This is like so incredible. And it literally, it reminded me of the very first time I got on my desktop computer and started to play on Paint and started to build out slide decks. I've been doing that since I was like 7 years old.
Yep.
So this is the first time I've been like super excited about something in a very long time. Like, wow. It also reminds me of like Notion, but 3.0, Canva, and you know, Heartbeat Ventures, who sits on the board is the founder of Notion. So I think that this could be really, really attractive to them. I mean, as well as a lot of other venture capitalists and private equity firms, I'm sure, as you know. And I think it's probably just a politics game. So, I mean, wherever I can assist, I'd be happy to.
Well, let's get you guys vested, and then let's play the politics game, because I think this could be a good entree to a huge exit for some new folks in Silicon Valley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we completely agree. I mean, even just looking at kind of the accelerated growth models that we've been developing over the years in two different areas, financial engineering and social engineering. And, you know, understanding that we're trying to move people into new habits and new behaviors of using a different technology, and how we can strategically incentivize that activity, that transformation through a process of education, training, coaching, and mentoring, and giving them an opportunity for equity as part of it, especially if we look at the beginning stage of bringing on the right size user base that puts us at that tipping point of critical mass before we can go into hyper growth and show these big companies that we're forced to be reckoned with as well. We're here in the game as well, in that type of independent scope. So we see you, we love everything that you've done here. We want to meet and match that energy and go back to the sports analogy and take this thing across the finish line. So thank you.
Appreciate that, Shane. Thank you very much, bro.
Dr. Alexander is 1-0.
1-0. Huh?
Undefeated.
That's what's up. That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay, guys. All right. Well, we're going to sign off for now, but expect an email from Carmen. Okay.
We'll do.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care. Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.